Welcome to Married to the Boss.
Welcome back. It's football season.
Okay, so we talked about the marketing plan last week, but I know what some of you out there are thinking. You're probably thinking, okay, we're a startup, we have no money, at least maybe you're trying to raise money through
Minimal
investors.
funds.
Yeah, so you need something that's quick and dirty that you could do now, right?
Yep.
So I think that we should talk about things that they can implement right away that doesn't cost anything.
Great.
Or at least it doesn't break the bank if it does cost something.
Great.
But so we kind of brainstormed a couple of ideas before we got together today and to share them with you. So why don't we jump in with that? Would you like to get us started?
I'll get us started.
Okay. All right.
Okay. A rule of thumb, dear to my heart, is you have to have a mindset of crawling before you walk. You cannot just take whatever funds you have and just throw it out there and hopefully it sticks. So it's important to get started with the free stuff immediately. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much free stuff out there
That's true. There's a lot
to
of
promote
tools
that you
and
have to
services,
take advantage of all that. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to run through these kind of quick and then we can talk about them further if you
Okay.
like. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay. So word of mouth. Word of mouth is still today the best form of advertising and promoting your brand.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you have a chance to get out there and tell somebody passionately about your company and what you're selling, it's better. Matter of fact, some say twice as better as spending money on an ad. So, two reasons why word of mouth is better.
Mm-hmm.
One, trust. And I don't want to talk about trust, but we all know what trust means. I mean, when somebody's listening to you and you're telling about your brand and you're passionate, there's a trust that's built in from the other person who's listening to your conversation. And the other is targeting. So you can target your audience with word of mouth. I mean, how many after-hour events did we go to? How many little conferences did we go to just to rub elbows?
Oh gosh, yeah. If it wasn't for the gold beverages they were offering,
Yeah.
people would have been murdered.
Oh, and speaking of free, the food was free, the drinks were free. It's awesome.
So networking.
Networking is so important.
Yeah.
The second is partnering with community businesses. So again, you have to look at your business and your industry to figure out what works for you. But anytime that you could potentially share a customer, in other words, Mayra here works for company A, I work for company B. We're not competition, but she might be able to share business with me and I might be able to share customers with her. Why are you smirking?
Because I smell.
Oh, jeez, Christ. See, this is the problem that we have in our business. I don't know if I'm with
So good.
the wife, the girlfriend, or the boss. Okay, so you're really getting me off track. Don't do that. So as an example, you've been to a haircut place, a salon, and you walk in, and what's the first thing you see on the counter? It's a card, and it's a card from the business that's just down the way, right? That's what I mean by partnering. And then also, if you can trade company links, and we could spend a lot of time on this as well.
And that's
but there's on company links, on the website. So if I can put your link on my site and my link on your site, there's that reciprocal partnership that we could be sending customers our way. Plus, there's other search benefits with the search engines, right, as well. So speaking of search, and everything I'm talking about here is free, right? This is all free, including search. So you can go get your listings free on Google, your local listings free on Google and Bing and Yahoo have this going on. So you get all three of those search engines for free by just setting up your business in the local business listings. Okay, free. Keep saying free because it's free.
And one of your favorite things to say
is free. If it's free, it's for me.
That's right.
Right. So, and I made a note here that there are 20 other communities that you can get free listings on. I mean, there's white page listing. There's merchant Merchant Circle. I'm trying to go by memory, but there's a bunch of them out there that you can get your businesses listed. You need to get them on all of them. Okay.
Well, if you park it a little bit, just a little longer on those on the web, there's also vertical directories that they can also list their website. So you're referring to links that they can use those. Those are free too. So
Absolutely.
For example, I don't know, AOL might offer a directory for local businesses, and that would be free.
Again, there's so much free out there that's a whole podcast in itself. If you wanted to learn about everything that's free out there, but you gotta get out and do your research like with anything else, and you figure out how to get your business out there. One of our favorite that we've been using since I think it was the two words email marketing ever surfaced is email marketing. So there are email services out there at no cost as well. So constantcontact.com is one that will let you have up to free 500 emails for free. You can send as many emails a month as you want. Okay. Then you got MailChimp. They'll let you have up to 2,000. MailChimp.com. They'll let you have up to 2,000, and you can send as many emails every month as you want. If you want to do over that, then you got to pay for those services. And there's other companies out there as well. A new one out there is Sendinblue, and they're also got really good programs. So you have to stay connected, and I've said this for years. You have to stay connected to your customer, because if you don't, somebody else will. All right, I'm going to say that again. You don't stay close to your customer, somebody else is going to. You need to be emailing every week. And when somebody says to you, that's too much, I'm going to lose them. No, every week you need to stay in front of your customer. It is important. They need to know that you are real, that you are alive, that you're healthy, and you're still doing business. Do you want to add anything to that, or do you agree with that?
Oh, I totally agree.
Okay, she totally agrees, so we're going to move on. And that includes family and friends. They need to be a part of your database. Get all your family, get all your friends. I'm going to give you an example. If I send an email, we send an email out to somebody, Mary Jane. And Mary Jane, and let's say I'm a travel agency. And I send it out to Mary Jane about a cruise. And Mary Jane looks at it, I'm not going on a cruise, but my sister just told me she was thinking about going on a cruise. Guess what? She's going to share that email with her sister, and you might get business out of it. It's really, really that simple. Email is free. Use it. Okay? Public relations. At one time, running a very large company, I wanted to get 2 press releases out a week. That's really a lot. It's an overkill, but I really wanted to get branded. And one a month right now is ridiculous. But if you have news and you have information about your company, again, there's free ways of getting yourself branded, and PR is one of them. There's a lot of sites out there that will distribute your press release at no cost. Find them, get something about your business. You got new pricing, you got new products, you got new services, you got new website. Whatever you have, market it, and it will get pulled up. And guess what? There's a big difference between a customer reading a press release versus your ad, even your website. That public relations, that news release is like gold. It's real. You're real. It got published, right?
Plus, it helps solidify their brand, right?
100%. So it's important that you do that. And depending on if you are year-round or you're seasonal. If you're year-round, I put one out every quarter. If you're seasonal, then you put one out definitely right before your season kicks in. And I see that all the time, and I read them all the time because I find it interesting. The last thing I want to mention is I'm saying I'm saving the best for last, and it's free. It's not my favorite, but I know everybody has to do it, and that is social. And social media is everybody's got their own takes on it. But I'm going to give you the 5 that you need to be on. You can be on others if you want to, but the big percentages, if you look at them, it's going to be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Those are the 5, in our opinion, that you need to be on. and get to keep your brand out there to stay connected to all generations, because that's what the social media will do for you. So that's my quick, I don't know how long that was, but probably longer than 5 minutes, hit list on the things that will get you started for free today.
Mm-hmm. Those are great. Those are great. I would add also career fairs at your university. University networking is close and dear to my heart. I'm not going to get into it, but I do believe in them. And I think that you can get some really good exposure working with your local community college, university, what have you, whatever's close to you. Definitely check those out because they do promote them themselves. So it's good to have your name, your company, if it's appropriate. Do the career fair.
Now, is that free, or do you have to pay for that?
You don't have to pay for that. It's free. At least in the Tampa
Most
Bay
of
area.
them are free.
Well, in the Tampa Bay area, which I did pretty much all of them, they're free.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm only going to make the assumption, and it's an assumption, that the other communities in other parts of the state or the country are the same. I would also, the other thing too that I would also add to your list is free trials. That might help too.
Absolutely.
You're big into offering free temporary service.
Yep. Give a chance.
Yes. And one thing that I was kind of surprised that you kind of didn't bring up is LinkedIn. You're really big into.
I did bring in LinkedIn.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
I did mention LinkedIn, and I'll just comment on that since you kind of called me on that. But LinkedIn, and I'll make this real quick. If I'm trying to get a hold of a president of a company or an owner of a company by calling them or by emailing them when I think I have their email, my chances are not very good. When I connect with them on LinkedIn, if they connect back with me, I can get in touch with them almost instantly. There's something about LinkedIn that gives you a respectable reputation. It's
more of an edge, right?
It is an edge, and you have to take advantage of LinkedIn in business.
Okay,
sorry.
So we're going to go ahead, I guess, and touch on or recap on the low-cost channels that you mentioned, just to make sure that you're aware that there are some things that you could do you can do today that are low cost or no cost at all. One thing related to online is your local listings. So you want to make sure that you claim your local listing both on Google and Bing. That's very important because it does impact your visibility on maps. So if it's Google Maps or Bing Maps, if you have not claimed your business, it's going to hurt you. You want to make sure you do that. So I want to mention that. I want to get that out there.
Yep.
The other thing about emails, I don't think that you stipulated it, but if you can, please use emails that you grow organically or that you gathered on your own. Please, if you can, stay away from buying lists. Those are always frowned upon. Not because it's just because you're not going to be able to send your emails out. Trust me when I tell you that.
And just a note on that: send your emails out through an email service.
Like MailChimp.
Yeah, if you send your email out with a bunch of emails out of your Outlook, you're going to get blacklisted, and just count on that happening. Don't take a shortcut. Use a real cam spam email service that's going to protect you.
Yes. The other thing also tips to grow your list organically is offer either a newsletter or something, I don't know, for them to give their email address to you, whatever works for you. Yeah, to subscribe to your email list. Obviously, everybody's business models are different, so I'm not sure what's going to be a good fit for you as far as to offer for subscription to the email list, but offer something, even if it's a newsletter or whatever. Analytics, I wanted to mention that. Make sure that your website is that you have your analytics, Google Analytics code on your website if you don't already have it. Just make sure that your webmaster, if you maybe you are your own webmaster, maybe you're not, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you're using Google Analytics as well, because that's going to give you insight into the traffic that goes to your website and also insight as to how well your website is performing. That's important. That's free information.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free information. The other thing that is also free is called Webmasters. And you can get that Google Webmasters and also Bing Webmasters. That's important because that also tells you the information that those search engines find about your website or your webpage or what have you. And it'll give you feedback. It'll tell you if your website is properly set up. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to confuse anybody, but the point is make sure that your webmaster, or if you are your webmaster, that you are definitely looking at your website through those the webmasters tools provided by Google and Bing. And I think that pretty much covers the list of free things to spread the word. Not sure if there's anything else that we want to add to that.
No, I mean, the only other thing that I would add to it, just kind of, looking over your shoulder at your list, is video. Video is humongous today. I don't know if everyone knows that Google owns YouTube, but it's huge. So you can upload as many videos as you want for free. You should put videos on your website. It's free. You should put videos in your social. It's free. You should put videos wherever you possibly can, but they should get found, or they will get found if you get them out there. So that simply means is, I don't have the phone in front of me, which is unusual, but you just video right off of your phone and upload that to YouTube about your business. I mean, let me give you an example. Just go to YouTube and enter in how to clean a pool. And trust me, you will see hundreds of different videos of experts that are in their backyard holding a phone, falling into their pool. I saw one of them do that as they were videoing how to clean their pool. So take advantage of that also being free, because I mean, you know more than I do about videos, but they're so important.
Oh yeah, they are. And everybody will connect with you differently. Some of them will look for you through video.
Yep.
They're very sticky, if you will, for your attracting customers, and other customers will want to see something else, anyways. But
very true.
But I guess that's it for us.
I think that's
that wraps it up.
So take advantage of all the free things that you can, that's out there, and if you haven't, focus on it, because it's a lot and it will help.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about some of the things that we mentioned,
write to us.
Yeah, write to us. Feel free to go to our website and connect with us through there.
Yep.
And
guess what? We're going to give you the answers free.
Yes, we're happy to help. You guys take care of yourself, and we see you next time.
Later.
Bye.
Oh, forgot. Go Cowboys.
And D.
Go Irish.
That's this week's episode of Married to the Boss podcast.